The IFP has promised clean governance during its official manifesto launch in Gauteng. The upcoming local government elections will be the first polls the IFP will contest without long-time former leader Mangosuthu Buthelezi at the helm. South Africa's fourth largest party will field 2,570 councillor candidates in 105 municipalities. These are mainly in KwaZulu-Natal and parts of Gauteng. Joining us is IFP leader Velenkosini Hlabisa. Good evening to you and thank you so much for your time up. Let's begin with the significance of these polls for the IFP.
Good evening, Bongiwe, as well as the viewers of Channel 405. The 2021 local government election is a critical election that must mark a change in the lives of the people of South Africa and bring an end to the continuous suffering to the people of South Africa. That is why we are appealing to every South African that on the 1st of November, they need to liberate themselves from unemployment, from famine, from corruption, from poor services, which has continued for almost 27 years. The IFP, as an alternative, has a track record that wherever we are given an opportunity to govern, we deliver. Wherever we are given an opportunity to govern, we ensure we run a clean government, because corruption has robbed the people of South Africa many opportunities and services that should be delivered to our people. The money goes into wrong hands.
I'm going to get into some of the municipalities in just a moment, especially what's happening in Mangosuthu is quite worrying. But I just wonder then, for the IFP, some have said that it's no surprise that you are still putting a lot of your machinery in KwaZulu-Natal, which is where they say your strong base is. But I see, of course, you are still quite visible in Gauteng and other provinces as well. Is it always deliberate, and even in this election as well, for the IFP to put so much of its resources into KwaZulu-Natal?
Bongiwe, the truth must be told as it is. As I am here in Gauteng, I arrived as the president of the organization 3 days ago. On Thursday, I will be at Mpumalanga. The national chairperson of the IFP was in Limpopo and Northwest. The president emeritus will be in Free State. We are spread throughout South Africa. Indeed, any political party knows its power base. You need to strengthen your power base and move from your power base as your springboard to other areas. One disadvantage that we had, almost all of us as political parties, was the arrival of COVID-19. Because it almost brought into halt every program in 2020, and even in 2021, we have just been on the road at a full scale, a month and a half away from today. As we know, the lockdown regulations were making it impossible even to travel and make people to meet. At a low scale, we managed to do door-to-door in terms of getting ready. But the truth of the matter, the COVID-19 disadvantaged all of us. But the IFP will be contesting 9 provinces in South Africa. Of course, we have to strengthen our base, because that is where we testify to people that look at where we govern. If you want to test how the IFP will change your life in your area.
I wonder, you know, as you talk about the impact of COVID-19 on campaigning, do you think it will also have an impact, though, when it comes to the polls itself? Because you do say that it's been difficult to do the work that you needed to do.
No, I don't think so. What I have discovered, the interest is very high to our people. Yes, there are people who have given up, who has lost hope, simply because they say we have voted so many times, we do not see change. And we are targeting those people now, that as long as you do not go to cast your vote on the election day and only continue to protest on the roads. You will never change the government that has disserviced you. The best thing people should do, those who have protested as we saw them almost daily, on the 1st of November, we're calling upon them to come in their big numbers to the polling station and protest in the ballot box by voting out a political party that has disserviced them and vote in the IFP. So now, as far as I have seen, the gatherings, I've been here at Soweto in our rally, the gathering was amazing, although we knew the regulations limit numbers, the enthusiasm in the social media, people are very interested. And above all, a number of people have decided now that they want to remove a party that has failed them. And they say, we believe the IFP is an alternative. Not in KwaZulu-Natal, even here in Gauteng, Bongiwe, we have a practical example of the two MMCs. Mlungisi Mabaso, the MMC for housing, and Nonhlanhla Makhubu, the MMC for transport. These two MMCs, IFP councillors under an ANC-led COJ, they have performed extremely well. They unblocked title deeds which have been held by the government since the inception of the new dispensation in 1994. In a short space of 2 years, Comrade Mabaso has handed over 7,000 title deeds, which gives full ownership of land and property to our people. Yesterday, I witnessed the handover of a 100 title deed. One senior lady cried into tears and said, I have waited for this title deed for too long. It only comes now when I'm about to die. I said to her, but at least you should thank the IFP, because even if God can call you, you know your house is the property that will remain to your children. Comrade Nonhlanhla Makhubu has done a tremendous work in terms of upgrading roads, dealing with a poor storm drainage system, ensuring that the potholes are filled up, and they are on record that they have performed par excellence. And as I'm here in Gauteng, I say, look at what the IFP does when given an opportunity, even at a departmental level. We will excel if we can be given municipalities as we do in KwaZulu-Natal.
And I wonder, though, what you make of the allegations that your political party is responsible for the chaos in Mngquthu. Especially, this is chaos that we've seen for quite some time, and you talk about how these two MMCs may be performing in Gauteng, but chaos has been unfolding in Mngquthu for quite some time, and the ANC is blaming you.
You see, Bongiwe, the truth that is known by every South African, the ANC in 2016, they tried by all means to get control of Mngquthu. They couldn't, and then they dissolved the municipality. We had a rerun in 2017. The top 6 of the ANC came into Mngquthu to campaign for the ANC, using every government resource to persuade people to vote them. The IFP gave them a showdown. We won the municipality, and every time they are trying to get in through back door. You remember, the MEC for Kokta placed the Mngquthu under administrator, and good enough, national minister, she declined to concur. Well, politically, they went back to the drawing board, and then they agreed for the administrator. The IFP is running the show very well at Mngquthu. The only problem, the MEC for Kokta wants to take control through back door. We will not allow that. If they want to control Mngquthu, the 1st of November is coming. We are confident. We have delivered services to the people of Mngquthu. They will bring back the IFP in a big majority.
But Hlabisa, I'm going to ask us to take a breather just for a second, because I really want us to just one more time talk about this issue as a Mngquthu, because we've also seen you know, private security even coming in there, and that council descending into chaos. And one wonders what is actually being done if councillors themselves are not even able to sit and have a proper sitting. But we'll continue that conversation in just a moment. Let's take a recap of our headline stories here on News at 1. Let's continue then our conversation with IFP leader Velenkosini Hlabisa. Hlabisa, we're still talking about the issues of Newzroom, because one of the things that we saw there and widely spread on social media have been videos of, in one council sitting, we saw private security that went in there, and we then, we could see ANC councillors saying that if they want to kill us, they must just do that, but we're not going to stop because we're fighting for the truth. And then at the same time, you see when the MEC came to place the municipality and administration, it descended into chaos as well. So quite a number of times, we've seen this particular municipality descend into chaos. I wonder what work is being done there, and also the impact then that this is having on service delivery there.
Bongiwe, on the issue of service delivery at Newzroom, the municipality, the IFP leadership is doing very well. We are confident people will testify on the 1st of November. What we will not accept, we will not accept the ANC want to take the municipality through the back door and cause chaos so that there should be no progress. If they want to take Newzroom, the 1st of November is coming. They must go to the ballot box and vote so that they do not cause chaos. And we are very confident because we make a follow-up on a monthly basis in terms of how the government is ensuring service deliveries and how is the budget executed. As far as Newzroom is concerned, I will be a witness after the 1st of November that the IFP will retain that municipality. We don't fear anything in terms of our service delivery in that municipality.
It'll be interesting to see if you do indeed retain it. But let's move to this. You presented a 10-point plan, and this was to fix the municipalities. And one of the points that I saw in the manifesto, I was very interested in it, is that you're planning to establish a special court to deal with endemic corruption in the public and private sector. How do you plan on going about this? Because it's not only about the courts, but it's also about strengthening investigations.
This is what the IFP believes, that the municipal system in our country should be overhauled to a certain extent and introduce new features that will strengthen the functioning of a municipality at a local level. Especially the municipal courts will relieve the burden in the justice system, because there are so many cases of corruption that run for 5 years and eventually witnesses die and the cases could not continue. Many cases of gender-based violence, they run for years and eventually evidence get lost. If minor cases are filtered down at a municipal court level so that the justice system only deals with critical cases, this will make the municipalities play a meaningful role in ensuring that safety, security, and issues of justice at a municipal level are handled at a fast pace, and also serious cases at the level of justice department are also given a priority. The IFP believes that our government have to re-look at some duties that are held at a provincial and national level, have to be filtered down at a local level so that we ensure that our people are given fair attention in terms of various aspects affecting their lives.
I can't help but ask you this because it was in the public domain, especially after you tabled your manifesto and put it out there for the people in Durban, and we then saw you give those would-be voters and those in the room a run-through of what the IFP plans to do should it be in power. But after you speak, we then see the President Emeritus come to the podium, and It's always a case of save the best for last kind of when you think about election manifesto launches or any other gathering of that sort. That kind of created confusion as to who exactly is in charge of the IFP.
Bongiwe, the people of South Africa should not have a confusion. Velenkosini Hlabisa is in charge of the IFP. He is the one who presented the key message, the manifesto of the IFP going into the elections. Hlabisa is the one who is running the campaign for the IFP. In terms of the program, deliberately, we made it that President Emeritus Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi should come to confirm that the IFP for 46 years has been an organization which makes the people of South Africa come first. And you heard him in his opening statement. He said the president has spoken for all of us. And you know, Bongiwe, we are functioning very well with the president emeritus. We are able to blend whether he comes first or I come first. But if you look at the program, you are able to identify that this is the main item of the program. Tomorrow, I will be sharing a stage with him at Phoenix. In Gauteng, he was not there. I was launching the program, the manifesto in Gauteng. On Thursday, I'm going to Mpumalanga. He will not be there. I will be launching the manifesto of Mpumalanga province. The fact of the matter is, while he is still available to play a meaningful role, we will always deploy him. At the beginning or at the end, we might say make a vote of thanks or make the opening remarks. It doesn't matter to us because we know who is the president of the organization, and he knows very well that he has to give a space to the president of the organization. That is why even he himself said, but the president must lay out the plan first so that we do not confuse issues. I will only come as a validator.
Is he also going to give you space for your face to be in the T-shirts and the posters?
Definitely.
When is that?
After these elections, my face will be the face of the organization. Bongiwe, in 2020, it is myself who made a suggestion that let us pay tribute to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi for the contribution he played in our country, liberating our country, because it was Prince Buthelezi only during the 1970s who could stand up and say, release political prisoners and ban political organization. We only knew from him the names of Mandela, Tambo, and all political prisoners. We must stop the tendency of celebrating people after death. That is why I said, let us pay tribute to him while he's still alive. Unfortunately, COVID-19 blocked everything. I therefore came with a proposal that let us dedicate the 2021 local government election as the first election while he is not at the helm of the party for the role. By the way, Bongiwe, the existence of the local government elections in South Africa is a brainchild of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. It is quite according to pay tribute to him, but after this election, my face will be on the T-shirts, on the billboards. When you go to 2024, it will be Hlabisa's face.
Are you also going to honor him by maybe starting unity talks with the ANC? Because that's something he said in public as well.
Yes, we are in unity talks for reconciliation between the IFP and the ANC. There is a national team that deals with that subject, and we hope they will move with speed so that the reconciliation is closed as a chapter, so that we begin a new chapter as the political organization in South Africa of building our nation. The truth is, these are the two political organizations with a long history and who also serve a same constituency. The mishappenings that happened in the past, we need to correct it. The propaganda that was said by the ANC, they must confess that we told what was not true about the IFP and about Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, as they privately share that some was a propaganda for political reason. We need to correct that history and move forward and build a new South African nation, especially the black people who were involved in those issues of the past.
And we're almost out of time. You say that you're going to Phoenix tomorrow and he will be joining you there. One of the things we saw was the posters by the Democratic Alliance that have caused quite a stir in Phoenix, although the party has taken them down and has since apologized. That will continue to cause deep divides within that community.
The IFP rejects any political party that divides our society, and it is our campaign trail that we decided that we go to Phoenix so that we ensure a right message is sent to the people of Phoenix and for our country. We need a united country, but justice has to be served when something wrong was done. We do not support any political party that promotes racial divisions. We need to unite South Africa and start to attend critical issues: unemployment, inequality, poverty, and provide services to our people, as our people have been robbed over a long period, as the majority or millions are still living in the informal settlement, which should not be the case. We need to pull together and liberate our people, because yes, it's true, we are liberated in terms of equal right to vote, but the gap in terms of economy is too big. We need to work on that one. All people of South Africa, across colors, we have a responsibility of working for a one South Africa, not a divided South Africa.
And we're out of time, but Hlabisa, very briefly, in 15 seconds, your reaction to this showdown between the Eastern Cape Premier and the Public Protector.
This is unfortunate, but the truth must come to the light. The political leaders of South Africa must know that corruption robs our people. And it is unfortunate for the ruling party, because it is not him alone. So many leaders of the ruling party. It started with the funeral of Madiba. This happened. The memorial service, it does happen. The PPEs, it does happen. Go to Zondo Commission, it's only one political party. A string of leaders are being implicated. That is why we are saying, people of South Africa, vote the IFP. We promise a clean governance. None of our premiers, none of our MPs or MPLs, none of our mayors or councillors is going up and down in the court of law on a case of corruption. That is why we say, if you want your resources to be safe and be used for your benefit, it is time on the 1st of November, vote IFP. Don't go by heart. Use your eyes and your brain. Even if you love the ANC, it is time for IFP on the 1st of November for your progress as a person of South Africa.
But Hlabisa, unfortunately we're out of time, but thank you so much for your time this evening. That is IFP leader Velenkosini Hlabisa.